What is up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy, Motor City Don P. And of course, when you see me, you know that the Motor City Cats are back at it. We came to give you stats and not static. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your Lions news pragmatic. And we've got, well, it's not another draft video. It is a roster video, though. We are talking to you about some free agents. Now, we're going to weigh in on some free agents that have been bandied about. You know, we've got our free agent edge rushers. We've got our Matthew Judon. We've got our Zadarius Smith. We got our Preston Smith. We've got our who else do we have out there? I forget some of the names that were put out there. But we might have some surprising free agents that are being suggested to the Detroit Lions. And let's go ahead and get into it. So we've got an article today from Detroit Lions on SI. Shout out Doc John Macaron. But this is not from him. This is by Christian Boer. And he's got a lot to say today. So he says 3 free agents Lions could add to complete roster. Okay. Now, if you're talking about completing the roster, the only thing you're talking to me about is edge. Okay. That's the only thing you're talking to me about. We to be fair, we do have a complete roster already. And we don't need an edge. I know, shock, gasp, amazement. I said it. We don't need an edge. You guys are waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Well, I'll drop it. If Marcus Davenport can stay healthy for the entire season. So the translation of what I just said, the translation of that sentence into plain English is that we need a goddamn edge rusher. Because ain't no way Marcus Davenport is staying healthy for the entire season. Hope he does. Hopefully he does. Again, 100% all of the money from the contract. Every last cent of it. I want Marcus Davenport to collect. Because if he does, that means that he's played the entire season. That means he's reached his playtime incentives. He's reached his production incentives. All of these things. All of that stuff. We know Marcus Davenport is a dog. We know he played in 11 games and got 9 sacks. We know he did that. We know all the things about Marcus Davenport. So Marcus Davenport, the player on the football field, is not the problem. Marcus Davenport, the player that doesn't stay on the football field, is the problem. Okay? So we do have a complete roster, but with the ill health, history of Marcus Davenport, maybe we need to address that. All right, so here it goes. On the heels of 2 straight NFC North titles, the Detroit Lions have built one of the most complete rosters in the NFC. The team returns many of its core pieces that helped them earn the number 1 seed in the NFC with 15 wins last year. However, there are needs that the team has heading into the start of the offseason workout schedule. As it stands, the Lions are currently at the 90-man roster limit due to their reported undrafted free agent signings. However, there are some areas where they could stand to upgrade. There are intriguing players who could help them round out a roster they hope can elevate them to being a Super Bowl champion. Ahead of the start of rookie minicamp and organized team activities, there are 3 free agents the Lions could benefit from adding. Number 1, and this is, we're just going to come out hot here. We're going to come out with the shocker. Cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. Yes, he said cornerback. I mean, let's see what he has to say. Samuel has appeared in 50 games with 47 starts over his 4-year career, but appeared in just 4 last season due to a shoulder injury that he reportedly sustained outside of practice. He might be a Lion. I'm just saying, shoulder injury. He's hurt. When healthy, though, he was quite productive in spurts for the Los Angeles Chargers. So when you say productive in spurts, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? He did not record an interception last season, but did have 2 apiece in each of his first 3 seasons. Additionally, he had 3 interceptions in the Chargers playoff loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars in the 2022 playoffs. Yeah, I remember that game. When Justin Herbert was supposed to prove to you that he was that guy and he couldn't march his team down to get 3 points. I believe Asante Samuel's interceptions were all in the first half, where Trevor Lawrence was just trying to give him the game. And y'all couldn't muster 3 points in the second half. Yeah, I remember that game. Anyway, with the additions of DJ Reed, Avonte Maddox, and Rock Yassin, the Lions have made substantial efforts to upgrade the secondary. Amik Robertson, Terrion Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw, and Khalil Dorsey all return as well, giving the team options. Okay, so Khalil Dorsey, it's special teams, right? Special teams. However, Samuel is a starter level talent who would elevate the competition in the room for a defense that was one of the league's worst against the pass in 2024. Adding Samuel would give them another option to compete for a starting job, either on the boundary or in the slot, and doing so on a 1-year contract would be a minimal commitment for the team while they try to maximize the upside and talent he has. Whatever you guys think about that, I'm going to ask you to put your comments in the comment section below. I'm just going to say pass. I would lose my mind if we signed him instead of someone like Zadarius Smith. Only because of Marcus Davenport. Only because of Marcus Davenport and his health. That's it. That is the only reason. Okay? This is I'm 100% honest with you. I don't care that they didn't get a draft, that they didn't get a defensive end in the first round, the second round, the third round, the fourth round, not even the fifth round. Okay? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. I hate that guy. But anyway, I don't care that they waited until the 6th round. If you have someone else other than Marcus Davenport there, that's all I'm saying. And don't give me Josh Pascal, and don't give me Levi Onwuzurike, because we talking about getting to the passer. We're talking about pass rush. And when you rush the passer, that's called pass rush. Okay? You got to rush them. Take them off their spot. Sack them. Make them make poor choices and decisions. Yeah. So you get someone else other than Marcus Davenport who can win one-on-ones and who can get to the passer. And I don't really care that they didn't get anybody in the draft until the 6th round. So that's why you bring in Zadarius Smith and not Asante Samuel Jr. Okay? All right. Let's get to some more sensible players here. All right. So the defensive end, DeMarcus Walker. Walker reportedly paid the Lions a visit prior to the draft, and with the team waiting until the 6th round to add a piece, the team could be looking to make a veteran addition. He has been moderately productive throughout his career, notching 14 sacks total across the last 3 years. With 100 games played, Walker brings plenty of experience to a relatively young group of Lions defensive ends. While he may not be the elite counterpart for Hutchinson that many desire, he is a durable option who could be a good complement in the run game. Having played the last 2 seasons in Chicago, Walker also has familiarity with playing in the NFC North. With Marcus Davenport and Josh Pascal having dealt with injuries in the past, his durability could give the Lions a safe option at the position opposite of Hutchinson. Or, here's an idea. You could sign Zadarius Smith if you're bringing edges in. That's just me, though. I don't know how many of you feel that way. That why are you screwing around with other edges when there's a guy whose nephew is literally on your team and who's literally dating a famous female rapper from your city? That guy is Zadarius Smith. Let's move on to the next one. Whatever you guys think about DeMarcus Walker, let me know in the comment section. Offensive lineman Brandon Scherf. The Lions have drafted 4 offensive linemen over the last two drafts, and as a result, could be looking to get younger in the trenches. However, if the team is looking for a veteran ready to step in and start at the position vacated by Kevin Zeitler, Scherf is the best option available. A 5-time Pro Bowl selection and 1-time All-Pro, Scherf could step right in at right guard and give the Lions a starter-ready option. It also wouldn't take away from the young players getting a chance, as they could compete with Graham Glasgow for the starting spot on the left side after he struggled in 2024. A veteran on a 1-year deal could be a solid decision for the Lions if they come away from OTAs not feeling great about their young options. So I've said what I think, and I've thought what I said. I've said what I think, and I've thought what I said. Okay, just making sure. So make sure that you guys leave your comments in the comment section below, and we will get to them shortly. I didn't say anything about Brandon Scherf. Obviously, he's a veteran, and he's been very good. So, I mean, wouldn't hate it. Would not hate it. But you might just want to let the young guys play and throw them in there and develop them. And then you'll see what happens in training camp, I guess. But not going to hate it if they do it. Not going to hate it. All right. So leave your comments down in the comment section below, and we will get back to you guys. When we get back to you guys, the Motor City Cats are back at it. We came to give you stats, not static. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your Lions news pragmatic. And we're out. Peace. What up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy, Motor City Don P here. Listen, if you want to continue keeping your Lions news pragmatic, if you want to keep getting the stats and not none of that static, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share and let everybody know what's going on around here. And turn on your notifications, because how else would you know that we're up in here keeping your Lions news pragmatic? Appreciate you once again, and we are out. Peace.